Department of Transportation, DOT, has issued Tesla and Elon Musk an ultimatum. They stated that either they need to open up their entire supercharging network to other automotive manufacturers or convert their vehicles to fit the same style of plug that is used on both GM and Ford. Otherwise, they will be denied access to the subsidies. Yeah, well, that's also known as extortion. Now, here's my problem with this. Number one, Tesla owns more than 60% of the entire EV market, more than 15% of the entire automotive industry. Why do they have to conform to everybody else? Shouldn't everybody else conform to them? Especially being the fact that Elon Musk has officially made the patent for their charging system, their port, their connector, open to other automotive manufacturers, and has even stated that he plans to open up the entire supercharging network to other automotive manufacturers. He just hasn't done it here in the US because the line to get a supercharger from just the amount of Teslas that are in the United States can be 10 cars deep. Literally, when you go up to some of these supercharging stations in Orlando, you will see cars waiting in parking spots to use the Tesla superchargers. The one in Winter Park at the Wawa sometimes has anywhere from 10 to 15 Teslas waiting for an open spot to charge their vehicle. Now, personally, I charge at home. I use solar power. I don't even pay to charge my Tesla. A lot of people here in Florida do the same, but when you travel, you obviously have to use superchargers. And when you're traveling through a bigger area such as Orlando, you are more than likely going to see heavy wait times or long lines for the superchargers. So to open it up to other automotive manufacturers, you're going to have a very big issue. You're going to have lines for Tesla owners that are probably going to go 30, 40, 50 cars deep at that point. It would be absolutely insane. Now, they did open this up over in Australia, and they did add a monthly subscription fee that you have to pay if you don't own a Tesla. So you will have to pay $9.99 a month in Australia to access the Tesla superchargers. Then on top of it, you have to pay a little bit more for each kilowatt hour that you charge your vehicle with, which I think is absolutely understandable, being that, well, they are Tesla superchargers. Now, the reasoning behind this, personally, on an unbiased level, because I think, again, there is corruption in both parties to a point, you have to remember that Elon Musk acquired Twitter, and for some reason, Jack Dorsey, the original creator and owner of Twitter, left everything intact in his emails on the servers, all the information and data. Elon put all that information out, known as the Twitter files. Yes, it is hard evidence showing election interference. Again, not siding with either party, but evidence is evidence nonetheless. If this was Republicans, I would bring this up as well. And they had paid Twitter and the people at Twitter $5.5 million from taxpayer money to suppress information on Twitter 30 days prior to the 2020 election. This is evidence. You can go read it for yourself. You don't have to take my word for it. As a matter of fact, the people who ran Twitter prior to Elon's acquisition of it were just brought up in front of Congress.
You placed a 90-day account filter so I could not be found. And now we see here that Twitter staff said the visibility filter on my account excluded me from top searches, prevented notifications for non-followers, and much more. This is considered an aggressive visibility filter. You silenced members of Congress from communicating with their constituents. You silenced me from communicating with the American people over a freaking joke. Now, who the hell do you think that you are? I can reach out to Elon and to his staff, and I can see what's happened. And I can sit here today and hold you all in account. I am angry for the millions of Americans who were silenced because of your decisions, because of your actions, because of your collusion with the federal government. They can't reach out to Elon. They can't sit here today and hold you into account. We don't know where the FBI ends and Twitter begins.
So the things Elon has been involved in has been very damaging to the Democrat Party over the last few months. So this may be their way of getting back at him. Also keep in mind that Elon Musk tweeted right before the midterms stating that people should vote Republican for the House because he thinks that there should be opposition when it comes to politics. He's not saying only vote Republicans, but he's saying if there's a Democrat in the White House, there should be Republicans in the House and vice versa to keep everything open and have opposing viewpoints throughout the political system. And I absolutely 100% agree with this. Now, of course, again, this is damaging to the Democrats. So again, this may be some way of them coming back at Elon. Now, also keep in mind, Elon and Tesla have just created a council, in a sense, with some of the most aggressive attorneys in the country to protect Tesla. Now, I call this the Council of Badass Mother. And not only do I think that this council of badass attorneys is going to protect Tesla from this instance, but they are also going to go after Rivian, because in case you're unaware, Rivian actually stole technology for their battery packs that was under NDA at Tesla. Yeah, that's right. They hired people from Tesla that had a non-disclosure agreement when working on the battery packs, and they actually took all of that technology and put it in their battery packs. There is actually a heavy lawsuit that's getting ready to unfold against Rivian, so you might want to be very careful with purchasing a Rivian right now, because those battery packs may become obsolete and they may have to swap them out with crappier ones that they have to invent themselves. So there's a lot of things going on right now in the mix, and not to mention Tesla is continuing to go through the roof. We have Investor Day 2023 coming up. Keep in mind that is not their version of keynotes. Their version of keynotes, where they would more than likely unveil the finished product of the Cybertruck and other new products coming out, is called the Cyber Rodeo. That takes place in Texas later this year. The Cybertruck is getting ready to go into production this summer, with full production in 2024, and it is going to be absolutely beautiful. The stock is going to be massive. If you want to get all this information before I post it on TikTok, if you want to learn how to make money hand over fist, if you want to know when the best time to buy in on stocks, including Tesla, you might want to join up over at dailyinvestorx.com. During the last dip for Tesla, I told everybody I believe the bottom would be between $100 and $104, and boom, that's exactly what happens. I told everybody in the price target section for Tesla on that website that I believe we were looking at hitting between 200 to 250 plus by this summer. Boom, that already happened. I even gave tons of options that made people tens of thousands of dollars over the last month. It is absolutely insane. One guy actually made over 80 grand on those option calls for Tesla. It is absolutely beautiful. And if you don't want to sign up at dailyinvestorx.com and you'd rather do it through Patreon, my Patreon is patreon.com/investorx. Both of those will give you access to the Discord. However, you are going to be able to get a discount by using Daily Investor X by using the promo code YT20. That will give you 20% off every single membership at dailyinvestorx.com.